Jackson heaves the ball in the air. How in the world did that just happen? Nowhere for Russell to throw the football back in the end zone. Unbelievable. Every game for a defensive player is an adventure with this guy on the field.
Lamar and Russell, their offenses lead the NFL in touchdowns with 21, one ahead of the Texans and two more than the Patriots, Chiefs, and Cowboys. So expect plenty of points tomorrow in Seattle. I say that now and then watch what happens, right? No. One man, though, responsible for slowing down the Seahawks offense is Marcus Peters. The corner was acquired from the Rams this week. So he's wearing 30 there, but he's going to wear number 24 for the Ravens because Peters pulled off a jersey swap with corner there, Brandon Carr. So a nice little thing there that they have going on already. That's great. Here's John Harbaugh on the new edition.
Yeah, he looked good. He's ready to go. As I said, he's going to play. He'll probably play a lot, so we're looking forward to it, and he looks good. And I think our coaches have done a good job of getting him up to speed, and he's done a really good job of studying and being up to speed. And we're just going to go, hey, we're going out there with all of our best weapons. We're not holding anything back. Try to win the game.
Trying to win the games. Let's figure out who's on the hook, presented by Bass Pro Shops. All right, Jeezy, you're up first.
In this game only, right? We're just
this
game.
All right. This game specifically.
All right. Earl Thomas, okay?
Ooh.
Look, I know it was an emotional ride for you in Seattle, and it ended that way with the "You're number one" salute and all that stuff to our Pete Carroll. So you need to go into Quest Field and CenturyLink Field.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what you were about to say.
I'm on the hook. Internet guy today. CenturyLink is going to call me because I'm on the hook now. So, Earl, I need you to keep your emotions in check.
No, Jeezy, I don't think you understand who Earl Thomas is, bro. You want him emotionally charged. You want him charged up. I used to see this dude walk around the locker room just like creating adversity for himself to get himself going. He plays better that way. When he, gave the number one sign to the Seattle Seahawks bench, I mean, he was playing at a high level then.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He had picks and all of that type of stuff.
All right.
You want this guy emotional.
Earl, get to the stadium early. Go find Pete Carroll. Get up in his... Get nuts, baby!
That's what you want. That's what
Westfield.
For me, I'm going to say Lamar Jackson. You're on the hook. Been watching some tape, and you have an issue with throwing outside the numbers. It's hard for you. And, of course, I got some tape to illustrate exactly what I'm talking about. Look at that picture right there. That's all I want. More tape. When he's throwing inside the numbers, it's almost like a pitcher, guys. He feels like he's on top of the football. And, again, the reason why I know because I was one of these types of quarterbacks when I did play. You feel like you're on top of the ball. You feel like you have more control over the football. But when you have to throw outs, that's more timing, you're more judgment of distance of the cornerback. Look how this play right here. He throws it short. Again, another play, throwing the ball deep to the outside. Oftentimes, you have a quarterback keep this in bounds. Lamar Jackson throws this ball out of bounds. He has to be able to connect on some of these plays outside the numbers. I know exactly, if I see it as an analyst, I'm pretty sure Pete Carroll and Ken Norton and this Seattle Seahawks defense sees it as well. He has to be explosive with the football, and he has to be able to complete those passes outside the numbers.
Mike says Earl Thomas is on the hook. Mike Robb may or may not have just confirmed that, just in a different regard. I'm going to say the guys who replaced Earl Thomas, the Seahawks safeties in this game. Of course, you got the veteran Bradley McDougald there. Also a guy named Tedrick Thompson, third-year pro out of Colorado. He has made big plays for the Seahawks in their past two games. The depth chart right now in Seattle at that position is interesting because they used a high pick on Marquise Blair. They drafted Ugo Amadi. They got some other young safeties. Trade deadline coming up here in about 10 days. If I'm another team looking for some safety help, I just might be making a call to Seattle based on what I've seen recently and saying, what might it take for me to get Tedrick Thompson?
Yeah, absolutely right, Tommy P, especially with all the read option that Lamar Jackson likes to do. The extra defender is oftentimes a safety, and you got to be a playmaker at that position.
He had that big interception in the game against the Rams, too, on Thursday night. But
playing well.
I'm looking at the Seattle running backs. And yes, I get it. This is a top 10 rushing team, but they are still definitely on the hook this week, especially this week, because they want to control the game. They need to extend some of these drives and keep the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands. So because they're going to be trying to do the same thing, the Ravens. So they got to play that game against the Ravens. And I need Chris Carson to have over 100 yards in this game. I need C.J. Prosise to not fumble the ball. And this might get a little dicey because Dwayne Brown is probably not going to go, and you have DJ Fluker, who's questionable as well. So a lot of questions. Seattle run game, it's on you.
Yeah, as long as Pete Carroll's the head coach of that team, they're going to be running the football. Running backs are going to be an integral part of the success of that offense.
That is true. All right, guys. Well, Lamar Jackson, he's the definition of a dual threat. I mean, both of these guys are. But since week 3, he's 5th in the league in rushing yards. The only guys above him are running backs.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette, Nick Chubb, Christian McCaffrey, and Chris Carson.
That 152 yards the other week, that helps. You know?
Yeah.
That helps.
You think that inflates it a little
Yeah,
bit?
just a tad.
Probably.
Tad.
But he's been having a pretty good season. Josh Allen, he's about to save you. Your boy is about to save you.
Buffalo! Let's go!
Our Adam Rank is he's combining a few of his favorite things: fantasy, Halloween, and heroes.
Okay.
I cannot wait to see
Me
where Rank
neither.
is. And everybody deserves a second chance. So what the big change in Nashville